Being a border city has its challenges. There are two forms of government taking care of certain issues. Nair Manisa sat down with Saskatchewan Party MLA Tim McMillan, talking health care and the possibility of lowering Saskatchewan's drinking age.
I'm here with MLA Tim McMillan with the Saskatchewan Party. So it's been quite the year so far. Just wondering what some of the highlights have been for you that kind of stood out for 2012.
I think locally we've got a great community. It's growing very quickly, much like many communities in Saskatchewan, but I think the highlights would probably be the new school groundbreaking in the public system this year was something that's going to be very important in the long term in our city.
One of the bigger stories was streamlining the healthcare system, trying to make it easier for people to get treatment, you know, whether on the Saskatchewan side or the Alberta side. So what kind of has been discussed among the government as to try and get that a little bit more easier for people?
I think in general, there isn't a barrier when you walk in anywhere. You get service no matter what. I think the initiatives that the health region has taken on getting more doctors in the city has been a very important one this year. And actually seeing a doctor advertising for patients in the paper recently is something that a year ago we were really quite short. So that's really nice to see. I think the emergency room expansion is something that was quite important this past year as well. And no, there's always more work to be done when it comes to healthcare.
I just want to ask you, there has been a few months ago they were talking about lowering the drinking age in Saskatchewan from 19 to 18. So I know right now it's not set in stone, but is that something that the Saskatchewan Party supports, the possible lowering of the drinking age?
Our minister spoke to this a couple months ago as well. It's where do you draw the line? And I know every province draws it at a different place. It's something that she said she wasn't looking at with a lot of haste, but it is something that has got some airplay.
And when do you kind of think that we'll kind of see more discussion on this take place?
We recently came out in Saskatchewan with a whole series of modernization for our liquor laws. Our liquor laws, as all provinces, kind of come out of the prohibition laws of the 20s. And since then, Saskatchewan's moved slower than almost any other province. So just last month, we came out with a whole new modernization of many different things. This wasn't part of it. I don't expect to see this really move forward anytime soon.
Okay. Would you be pro lowering the drinking age?
Well, in Lloydminster, we have one side that's 18, one side that's 19. So for all intents and purposes in Lloydminster, it's 18 because you can access a bar on the Alberta side. It's a judgment call, no question. Every province does it different. Saskatchewan's been 19 for forever, really, and I don't know if there's a right place to put it. I don't know if to change it is going to improve or harm, but I doubt that it's going to change.
Well, thank you for taking the time to sit with us. This is Tim McMillan, the MLA for the Saskatchewan Party. Thank you.
Thank you.
The last weekend of 2012 has arrived, and to start your new year off right, here's Lloyd FM's Brandon Bosler with what's happening.
Well, there's just a couple days left in 2012, then it's time for the new year. But there are a lot of chances to ring in the new year this upcoming Monday night with a ton of New Year's Eve dances going on. One of those dances is at the Legacy Center. It's Monday night. Doors open up at 7 o'clock. There's going to be a midnight lunch and dancing to the tunes of country swing. So your chance to two-step your way into the new year. And you can get your tickets in advance at the Legacy Center or at the door. Well, there's another dance to ring in the new year on Monday night as well. This one may be a little bit better for the younger crowd. It's at Moose Lodge. It's going to go till 2 o'clock in the morning with a lot of dancing DJs. Name that tune, a ton of prizes as well. They're even offering free rides home within city limits. Advance tickets only. You're going to want to get those fast. We also got some new music for you this weekend. It is the brand new No Filters, No Ballads, just full throttle rock and roll CD from Kiss called Monster. And if you want a copy of this, all you got to do is email your name and daytime phone number to tvcontest@newcap.ca. And thanks once again to John from Universal Music Canada for hooking us up with the tunes. Also a chance for you this weekend to head out of town, and you can head to Vermilion. Their senior center is putting on a country dance. There's cocktails, supper, the dance to follow. The Vegreville Country Kings are going to be playing the music. They even have floor curling, and they're going to have a pool table set up there and lots of card games going on. So lots of entertainment in Vermilion this weekend as well. Tickets are $25. You better get those quick as well. But whatever you choose to do this weekend, hopefully you end 2012 in style. I'm Brandon Bosler, and that's what's happening.
What's Happening is brought to you by Table Mountain. Create family memories on the slopes this season. Ski, snowboard, or tube down the terrain. Table Mountain, enjoyed by all.
When a beloved pet gets loose, it's an anxious time for family members. If a pet is licensed, it makes it that much easier for the pet and its owner to be reunited. In this month's Humane Habits, getting a license is quick and easy and also helps out the local SPCA.
Did you know that each community is responsible to have bylaws in place in regards to pet ownership? Each community's rules are different. Some restrict the breed and amount of animals that you can own, and most require some type of licensing. The City of Lloydminster bylaw requires residents to license any canine over the age of 3 months. Your pet's license tells people what community you live in, and your contact information can be found through the number on the tag. Your pet can be returned to you more quickly if it happens to go missing, and in case that it is found injured, you have the opportunity to make those critical medical decisions.
If your dog is picked up by a community bylaw officer, the fines are much less if your dog is licensed than if your dog does not have a current license.
Even if your dog is microchipped, you are still required to license. A license is visible proof of ownership. If an animal is found without a license, it will need to be taken to either the SPCA or a veterinarian office to be scanned for a microchip. A microchip is a permanent form of identification but is not visible. The fee for licensing in Lloydminster is $10 if the dog is neutered or spayed, and $30 if it is not. Licenses are available at the SPCA, the local veterinarian clinics, as well as Star Vision Video. As an added bonus, all licensing proceeds go towards supporting the SPCA. Even as a responsible pet owner, accidents can happen and your pet can get lost. Following your community's licensing requirements is your best bet at getting your pet safely home to you.